victories. And earlier this week on the show, Shannon said that if Dame was playing in the East, he'd be the second best player behind Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Shannon, make your case that Dame would indeed be the second best player in the East.
And I'm saying currently, now Skip, I would take him over everybody except Giannis. If KD's playing, he's the third best player. I'm taking KD over.
KD hasn't retired?
No, but he's not playing this year. Right now, of the players playing in the East, I'm taking him over everybody other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm taking him over Joel Embiid. I'm taking him over Jason Tatum. I'm taking him over everybody. He would be the best point guard even if Kyrie was playing. Skip, he's giving you 37 and 9. Normally, guys that score this much, they don't facilitate an offense as well as he is. Skip, the guy had 61 and 8 assists. Normally, guy have 61 points. He might have 2, 3 assists. But to have these kind of numbers, he's 37 and 9 since he's entered the bubble. He brings it every single night. He brings it every single year. The thing with Joel Embiid, Skip, I don't know what I'm going to get from on a night-to-night basis. Sometimes I might get 30 and 16. Some nights I might get 8 and 5. And then he might miss the next 10 games. I can't count on that. Jason Tatum is coming, but Jason Tatum is not a superstar yet. Dame Lillard is a superstar. Skip, there's nothing he can't do. He can get to the rim. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid-range. You foul him, he go to the free throw line. The Clippers notwithstanding, he's exemplary from the free throw line. Skip, he's everything you would want. The only thing is he's just 6 foot tall, maybe 6 foot tall. But other than that, I'm taking him. I'm taking him over everybody. Nah, Skip, Joel Embiid, nope. Anybody else? Because the only person I can think you probably going to go Joel Embiid or Jason Tatum. They can't see this kid. This kid is legit.
Okay. First of all, Kevin Durant, to me, is still an NBA player. So he's the best player in the East because he's the best player on the planet.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
So he's number one. I'll give you Giannis is number 2. Kyrie Irving is still an NBA player. He is not retired.
I'll take Dame over Kyrie.
I'll take Kyrie any day or any night because he makes late clutch shots. Always has, always will. The last, again, what I tell you yesterday, if you want to change his number to 46, he's the best 46-minute player I've ever seen. But I can show you game after game over the last 2 minutes, including the game we just talked about yesterday when he was shaky and lucky down the stretch against the Dallas Mavericks. But I have seen Kyrie do it at the highest level. Has that guy ever played in NBA Finals? No, he has not.
Never played alongside LeBron James. Go ahead.
But who hit the game-winning shot in Game 7 at Oracle? It was Kyrie Irving. He said, enough of this. Give me the damn ball and get out of my way, LeBron. Boom. Game over.
So you believe had Dame Lillard been in that same position, he would not have made that shot that Kyrie made?
I don't even know if he would want to take that shot. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Come on now, Skip.
I am not sure. I have seen Kyrie Irving. Listen, he's so good, they made a movie about him. Uncle Drew, look it up. That's, again, Dame is the best rapper athlete we have ever seen. I will give you that. He's got great nicknames. He's Dame, not Damien. He's Dame Dollar. He's not just Damien. He's all of that. He's got all that going. But in the end, what does he have credential-wise? What have I actually seen him with my own eyes do? I have seen Kyrie light people up late, take and make clutch shots. There was that game back in March of 2015. Do you remember this game at San Antonio when the Spurs were a top 3 defensive team? And it was LeBron and Kyrie just took the game over and went for 57. I just sat back in awe, and he makes like a 30-footer to tie the game and send it to overtime, and then just took over overtime, and they could not stop him. He hit 20 of 32 shots that night, 7 of 7 from 3, and 10 of 10 from the free throw line. That guy has huge clutch genes.
Did you just see what Dame Dollar did? He hit 9 of 17 from the 3 and went 18 of 18. But Skip, let me ask you a question. Why is it that seemingly that everywhere that Kyrie is, when he leaves, they play better? Look at Boston. Look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn took off when Kyrie got hurt.
Look at Cleveland. Did they not take off with Kyrie?
Now, hold on. Wait a minute.
How'd they come from 3-1 down? He had a lot to do with that.
Skip, hold on. Wait a minute. Kyrie was there, and they got 2 #1 overall draft picks in Cleveland. Anthony Wiggins and Bennett. That happened with him, right? Was he there? Okay, he goes to Boston. They're dilly-dallying around. Kyrie hurts his knee. They take off, get to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. They come back the next year, and they don't look nothing like that. He leaves. Look at where they are now. He goes to Brooklyn. gets injured, they take off. There's a recurring theme here. Look at that guy there. Look at that guy. He's doing that in the West.
Track record. I'll take Kyrie any day, any night.
I'm taking Dame.
And I will take Joel Embiid. And I think any GM, if right here, right now, you said going forward, you can have that guy or Joel Embiid, it's 6 feet versus 7 feet. I love Joel Embiid. I get you. It's always
injured versus uninjured.
Now he's got ankle, and then he got whacked across the wrist, but x-rays are negative. I thought maybe he had a fractured wrist.
And he's always going to have these injury problems because you know why? Because he's not serious about his training. He's not serious about his nutrition. So he always going to be nicked up. Give me Dame Dollar.
He is Embiid is a nuclear weapon. He is an aircraft carrier.
It's faulty.
He can do everything.
Yeah, what good is a bomb if it doesn't go off?
Threes, he can shoot mid-range. He can make free throws at a high rate for a 7-footer. He can dunk on any and everybody. He can protect the rim. He can have 7 or 8 blocks a game. He is a spectacular all-around dominator of a basketball game in ways that Dame is just too little to be.
When he's healthy and when he plays, how often is that?
Boy, I wouldn't bet against it.
Skip, hold on. The guy missed the first 3 years, and he's been injured ever since. I mean, remember, like I said, only a baby has more stomach problems than Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to change the formula, but this is ridiculous. Skip, what do you tell me, what do your eyes tell you? What do your eyes tell you about Dollar Bill? He the real deal. Dame Dollar is it.
Was he the real deal against Golden State last year? No KD, 4 straight quarters. You got 4 chances to win 4 games, and you get swept. You lose all 4 because Dame Dollar was Dame Nickel in all 4 of those 4 quarters. He was.
There's no shame in getting swept by Golden State, even without KD, considering they had won more games in what, Skip, over a 2-year span than anybody? I mean, can I interest you in that? To win 140 games in 2 years and get to the NBA Finals in both of those years without KD. We know what KD represents. KD is that dude. But to say Dame would not have taken or made that, or he'd have been afraid of the moment, the one thing that we know about him, Skip Bayless, you can say he's small, you can say, this is what you're saying. He came up small against the Clippers, or he came up small against Golden State. He is unafraid to take and make big shots. He is unafraid of the moment. There's no question about that. So the moment is not going to get too big for him. There's no question in my mind.
He's about to face a whole bunch of big moments against LeBron and AD and company.
So in other words,
here we go.
So you see what you're doing? So if Dame Dollar doesn't upset the #1 seed, if you're that dude, you should have done that. See, that's what you're saying in the summer. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I told him on the phone, I said, show me, shut me up.
So if he doesn't, so in other words, you're validating my point. If he does not beat the Lakers, the #1 seed, he's not that dude.
Shaq has already picked Portland to upset Golden State. Greg Anthony has picked Portland to upset Golden State. We got something going on here. The tide is rising.
So let me ask you a question. If they don't do that, then what happens?
Well, I don't know. I'll just wait and see.
Exactly.
What will it look like?
Exactly.
What will your eyes tell you?
That's nothing.
Nothing? This is a huge opportunity. Lakers struggling. They are on fire. He's on fire. Okay? Here we go.
I get all of that. But picking someone. So you pick the 8 seed to beat the #1 seed, and it doesn't happen, then everybody says,
I haven't picked it, but a lot of people have.
Okay.
Shaq knows basketball. Greg Anthony really knows
I'm not
basketball.
saying that he doesn't, but by picking them and they don't do it, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you.
Okay.
You want to use Dame as an 8 seed, not beating the Lakers with Anthony Davis.
I don't want to do anything. It's just is this not a great opportunity for Damian Lillard against the #1 seed?
Jordan had a great.
It's perfect.
Jordan had a great opportunity against the Sixers. I mean, the Celtics. What happened? He had a great opportunity for 3
off
years.
a broken leg. He hadn't played the whole year.
Okay, the following year. The following year.
The bad boy Pistons?
Oh, no. That was a great opportunity. That's a great opportunity to show that he's that dude.
Okay. And all they did is have to create what were called the Jordan rules, and a whole book was written about how the bad boy Pistons, who went 10 deep defending, had to send everybody at 23 to try to just keep him somewhat in check.
So
wow.
If you don't mind me asking, what player on the Pistons is better than Anthony Davis and LeBron James? Because that's what Jordan couldn't get through. Nobody of that caliber were on the Pistons. Okay, if you don't mind me asking.
Hey, timeout. The bad boy Pistons, the old expression about having that dog in you. They had about 10 dogs on that team. You know it, and I know it.
I understand that.
Starting with Dumars and Isaiah and
tough, physical.
Rodman.
Skip, that was the thing. Made him turn it down. Made your guy turn it down. Made your guy start shooting jumpers, refused to come in the lane. That would have
made him go to the weight room. They did that.
Mahorn, Lambeer, Rodman, Sally, Dumars, Isaiah, Microwave, Benny Johnson, all
loaded. Took them all.
James Edwards.
Took all of them. Committed, heart and soul.
But he the
try to stop
him.
him.
The GOAT overcomes that. That's what you told me. LeBron James was going to get...
He finally did. He overcame it. When he overcame it, he just swept them. Swept them right out of the playoffs.
What did Lambeer say?
They quit.
What did Lambeer say? What did Lambeer say? Lambeer said he did all that once we got old, once we started to break down, once the Celtics. Skip, that's what happens.
You're arguing against the guy who went 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs and is universally acknowledged as the greatest player in any sport ever.
Skip.
And we're putting Damian Lillard in that conversation?
No. What you try to do is that you try to, like, Jordan only played 6 years. So for 6 years, he was 6-0. But what happened from 84 to 90?
He was figuring out how